A very good morning, children. Today we are going to begin chapter 6, and the name of the chapter is Our Government. As you know, India became independent on 15th August 1947, and its constitution was adopted on 26 January 1950. According to the Constitution of India, India is a union of states. India has many states. And in India, as you learned in chapter 5, we have a democratic form of government. And what does this mean? This means that in India, we have government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In chapter 5, you learned this definition given by Abraham Lincoln. So basically, we can say that India has a democratic form of government, which is a government in which the citizens have the right to participate in the governing process, and they have a say in making important decisions for the welfare of the whole society. India can also, all the citizens of India can take part in governance of the country. A democratic government must fulfill its responsibilities towards the citizens. Similarly, it is the responsibility of the government to take care of its citizens. Now, to take care of the citizens, a single government cannot govern a big country like India. We all know India is a very big country and it has 29 states and 7 union territories. We have learned in Standard 4 about these states and union territories. This time in Standard 5 we are going to learn how these states and union territories are governed, taken care of. So the government is formed at 2 levels to take care of such a big country, and one level is at the central level and the other is at the state level. Powers have been distributed between both the levels in order to avoid any conflict. State has its own powers and the central government has its own powers, but both of them, they work together as a team, and during any crisis the central government comes to the aid of the state government. And right now the whole world and the whole of our country is going through a big crisis, and that crisis is the pandemic called corona. So this coronavirus pandemic, you can see how the government is dealing with it. Both the central government and the state government are working together to deal with this calamity or with this pandemic. The central government. The government at the central level is called the central government. It is also called the union government. The central government consists of the president, vice president, and a council of ministers headed by the prime minister. The body that makes laws is called the parliament, and it has 2 houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now, most of the offices of the central government are in New Delhi, the capital of India. The president, the prime minister, other ministers and senior officers of the central government work and live in Delhi. We also have this Parliament House, which is the seat of lawmaking, country's lawmaking, we have in Delhi. Here you can see our Honorable Prime Minister and our respected President being shown. I hope all of you must be knowing the names of these 2 important personalities. In case you do not know, please find out. I am not going to tell you now. You have to find out. And now we come to the two houses of parliament. Just as we learnt just now that our parliament has two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is also called the lower house. It consists of 545 members, out of which 543 members are elected directly by the people. Who are these people? We the citizens of India who have attained the age of 18 years. So those who are adult, those who can cast their vote, they elect 543 members for the parliament. And what happens to the other two members? Two members may be nominated by the president from the Anglo-Indian community if it is not properly or sufficiently represented in the Lok Sabha. All the citizens who are 18 years and above can vote and elect their representatives. These representatives belong to one party or another party, or they may even be independent, not belonging to any party. And some important parties are Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress Party. You might have heard their names. So, and any citizen above the age of 25 can stand for elections to the Rajya Sabha. And these elections are held every 5 years, and they are called the general elections. And the people who are elected through this process, they represent us in the Lok Sabha. Understood? And the second house is also called the upper house or the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha at present has 245 seats. Members of the Rajya Sabha are elected for 6 years. 12 members are nominated by the president, and rest of them are elected by members of legislative assemblies or MLAs. Now, who are these? We will learn when we are doing state government. The members of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha together, they are called members of parliament or MPs. The members of the parliament and the MLAs, that is members of state legislative assemblies, they together elect the President of India. We the citizens of India do not directly elect the president. We elect the representatives, and these representatives, they elect the president of our country. The president is the head of the state, and the prime minister is the leader of the political party which has majority in the Lok Sabha. You must have heard one party wins. The party which wins, that party elects its leader, and that leader is made or chosen as the prime minister of our country. Prime minister is the most powerful and the real head of the government. The prime minister chooses ministers of different departments like home, defense, agriculture, etc. A council of ministers is formed, and it is responsible to the parliament. So you can see here the ministers, cabinet ministers of India, led by our prime minister. And some of the key main important ministers have also been put here. There are many more ministers. If you want, you can find out about them from the internet. So I have put here the picture which I have found. Here you can see the Minister of Home Affairs, that is Mr. Amit Shah. Minister of Defense, he is Mr. Rajnath Singh. Minister of Finance, she is Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman. And Minister of External Affairs, Mr. S. Jaishankar. We have some more important ministers in the second row, and we have many more important ministers. Some work at the state level, so you can find out more about these ministers from the internet. We come to the end of today's tutorial. We have learnt about the central government, or the government which works at the center. We learnt about the two houses of parliament. And so, can you name the two houses of parliament? The two houses of parliament are Lok Sabha or the lower house, and Rajya Sabha or the upper house. How many members of the Rajya Sabha are nominated by the President of India? 2 members. And these members, they belong to the Anglo-Indian community. And one star fact for you all, Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister and Mr. Rajendra Prasad was the first President of India. With this, we come to the end of today's tutorial. Keep learning and keep smiling. We'll be meeting soon again with the second part of chapter 6.